This is Julius Vanneman coming to you live on this Spreaker to talk about why do positive thinkers become successful faster than others? There are several levels of why those people who are positive thinkers reach success at a quicker pace. First, they usually have a lot of self-confidence and believe in whatever they are going to do. Second, they do not crumble when failure comes in the process. They suck it all up in and move forward in their goals. Third, they associate with trusting good people who they can put their faith in. Fourth, when the chips are down and everyone says give up, they say, I will stand for what I believe in and never give up. One of the positive things that you must not do, is I want to say, that you must not do. Let things that has happened to you in the past to stop you from pursuing your goals in your present. What I mean is, we all have things in our past that has some. Let me go over this again. One of the things that we must do: let things that has happened to you in the past to stop you from pursuing your goals in the present. What I mean is, we all have things in our past that sometimes get in the way of us being the best we can be. Let us say you were a gangbanger and wanted to make a change in your life and have a clear vision of what you want to do in your life at this moment. You must look carefully at your options. Set your goals to turn your life around and then do what it is it takes to turn your life around. You can do it if you follow the rules of how one can do it by positive thinking. You can have to move out of the neighborhood. You might want to do whatever it is on a positive note to make sure you have success. I say this positive thinker quest can be accomplished by all human beings. Say you live in a foreign country and need to get out of the country into another country to accomplish your goals. You look into the political structure of that country and find out what it is you need to do to get your visa. If you keep the positive thinking about the visa you need, others will see your positive thinking as well. Never let up on your goals. We are born with some talents from the upper above that we are here to share while on earth. It is up to you to take the necessary steps, as I have pointed out, that you can achieve. Don't wait, do it now. Take a positive attitude towards your goals to say no to the negative and say yes to the positive. For instance, if you feel that you are not as tall as a basketball player that plays in the NBA, and you believe that you have the necessary skills to be the best you can be in that field, move forward and push forward to make it happen. Practice. There's always lots of courts, no matter where you live, that you can practice and develop those skills that you need to be successful. It's the same goes for a baseball player. If a baseball player actually wants to be successful, he or she must work hard and practice lots and get tips from other people, wherever it's on the internet or in a magazine, wherever you can get those tips, use that and to strengthen your position and to be the best you can be, because you can do it. It can happen. That positive attitude is what you must have. Lots of people don't have a positive attitude about life. They think that they have resigned to be nothing. Just an average human being. You don't have to do that. When God made you as a baby, He also gave you gifts that you can share with the world. And I encourage you to take a positive attitude towards a clear, clean direction in your life. And I say do it now. And if you believe that, it can happen. No matter what it is that you want to do, you can get it done. You must stand for what you believe in. You must go for that for what you believe in. Getting back to the gang bangers and gangs, you don't have to allow a gang to have an impression upon your entire life. You're entitled to not go to jail and to become a statistic, as they say. You can pull yourself out of it. You have to stop believing that walking around with a gun and banging people are not a happy medium. That is not going to give you a good, clean, wholesome life to enjoy life. At no point. And so therefore, you must resolve that within yourself and says, I'm going to be a positive thinker for the good and not for the bad, and I'm going to move forward and to change my life and be the best I can be. Because you can. You can. I say that because I've experienced a low level in my life at times, but I always believed in myself. I believed that I had something to give, something to share. Somehow, I was able to accomplish that goal, and I'm proud of that goal, and I'm saying if I could do it, and I came from basically nowhere. I came from a very poor family who was designed to be a sharecropper, and there was nothing else for you to do. You might possibly go to school and be a school teacher, but that was it. And not that a school teacher's a bad thing. It wasn't exactly my goal, because I said, I don't spell well, I don't read well at that time, and therefore I cannot be a school teacher. But I decided that I wanted to be into the lower level politics, meaning that I wanted to have a job in government reaching out, helping people. So I became executive director of public housing, where I felt that I was in a position to help those who could not help themselves. So I felt very good, and I think we accomplished a great deal of that. But that only came about that I picked up, I knew nothing about public housing. I went to a political office and picked up a book and read it on housing, and I learned a lot, and I went for an interview, and I was hard. And that is the beginning of the story, and at the end, I became everything. Since that I became retired and so forth, and living here in North Carolina, I have developed the skills to always want to write songs. I've been able to do that. And no, I haven't been able to sell them or to get people to record them, but I was able to complete it, because that's what I wanted to do. By having a positive mind, a positive thinking mind. It can happen, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to believe in yourself that it can happen. I wanted to write books. Well, I wrote my first ebook. It's called Real Stories My Mother Told Me. And my mother told me a lot of stories, and it's located, if you're interested, it's located at Amazon.com, and it's at Barnes & Nobles for sure, and other fine stores, they tell me. But my point is whether it sell or don't sell, I was able to complete a book and to put it on the market because I believed that I could. It's not that I'm a great book writer. I don't know anything about book writing, but I wrote the stories of what my mother told me, and that I remember when I was 5 or 6 years old, living in blatant racism in North Carolina. Since then, of course, I must add that when I was 13, my parents moved to Harlem, New York, and there that all my schooling was there, and my college days was there. And those things happened because I thought that I could be what that I wanted to be. And I thank God for giving me the know-how, and most important, I had a lot of good people around me that encouraged me to be the best I can be. You must take yourself out of negatives. If somebody is around you in a negative atmosphere, you must avoid that individual or those individuals in that circle, because it will keep you down from being the best you can be, for being a positive thinker. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want and I hope that this message that I'm giving is positive for you, and that you will be able to take something from it as I'm expressing myself. And I want every gangbanger, every person that goes to college, every old person that doesn't read that much, that thinks that it's all over, read this and you will see that you will find out what your skill is. Learning how to knit, learning how to read a book, learning how to operate a cell phone, a tablet, or whatever that your heart desires. You can accomplish that. Old people, you're not dead people. You are still alive with a healthy mind. Move forward and be the best you can be. If you feel that you're overweight, get to a gym of some kind, or buy the equipment in your house if you can afford it, and be the best you can be. Gyms are not all of that much that's beyond the means of you getting there. You can do it. You don't have to sit around and let people tell you that you can't. You say, yes, I can. There's a book that was written by the great Sammy Davis Jr. called Yes, I Can. And what it talked about being the best you can be. Never let nobody doubt you. He never went to grade school. And this man became a great success in our world. And I think that I can do the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. There's no questions. The reason we don't do it, we believe we buy into that negative atmosphere. I can't. No, I can't. I was born this way. Yeah, the politicians, they don't like me, and they think that I'm black and I'm not nothing, or I'm poor white trash, or I'm Spanish or Asian or whatever. You must throw all that out of your mind and say, I have a right. I'm in this country, and I have a right to be a part of the franchise, and you can be it. If you live in another country, you have to find out what it is that it takes you to get where you want to be. If you want to change things in your country for the better, then you have to find a way to become that politician and get yourself in position to make those changes. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It's a belief. You have to develop a strong belief system within you to allow yourself to grow and to be positive and say, yes, I can. 'Cause you can. That's why you say that. A positive mind is a thing that will take you a long ways in your goals, whatever they may be. They don't have to be goals like mine. I mean, you may want to, work in a hairdresser firm. You may want to set up your own hairdresser. You can do that. It can happen. No matter where you live, what country you live in, it can happen. I've seen it happen. I know that it can happen. I talk to people every day about positive thinking and goals and setting goals. You have to set goals and stick to it and believe in yourself that it can happen. The point that I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't want you to think that you can't be the best you can be. I don't believe that, and I don't want you to believe it. I want you to go forward and do the things you want to do with a positive mind and a good heart. Because you are here on this earth to share whatever God has within you. And you have to see it that way and let it go that way, because it can be that way. Okay, I sign off on this now, because I think I've